Hello everyone! I hope that you're doing amazing wherever you are in the world. My name is Boom Shikha and I welcome you to my channel. As always, I'm so grateful that you're listening, subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate the support. In this one, I wanted to answer a question that someone recently asked about battling against the world. And I kind of use this phrasing sometimes because it sometimes does feel like life can be a sort of a battlefield. Not all the time. A lot of times life is like a dance. Sometimes it's like a battlefield, but sometimes it's like a dance. Sometimes it's like a symphony. Sometimes it's like an orchestra. So it depends on the situation. But right now, with all the different things going on in the world, it does sometimes feel like, all right, I'm fighting a battle against the world. I'm trying to, especially when I spoke about the childlessness video, when I was like, I want to be childless because this is my choice. I realized that a lot of that, when I decide, I want to be childless and I'm talking to people about it and I'm like, no, I don't want children and things like that. It's basically kind of turns out to be a major battle against, no worries, a major battle against people. It's like I'm battling against them to let them know that I am not interested in what they're interested in. And for some reason, it turns out to be like I have to convince themselves of the decision that I've made for my own body. For some apparent reason, I need to convince other people of that. But it turns out to be that I'm constantly, not only with my parents, but with the people in their families, in their friend circle, in my relative circle, and with my friends even sometimes. My friends my own age, sometimes I have to fight with them. If they have children, they're like, it's the best thing in the world. You should really have children. And I'm thinking to myself, I never tell you, it's the best thing in the world to be single and not have kids. You should really do that. But why does everyone feel the need to tell me that I should have children, right? So it does sometimes feel like battle here, battle there, like punching here, punch there, and like I'm constantly in like a wrestling ring, like always fighting here and there. But the individual is like, it does feel like sometimes we're battling against the world. But what happens to that individual was that he or she, I don't remember the person's name, it feels like it causes them to feel doubtful of their own decisions when they're battling against the world and everyone's against them and everyone's like, no, you should do this, and they're like, no, I don't want to do it that way, and everyone's like, no, you should really do it that way. And then constantly all of this battling against the world, sometimes it makes you feel like, I really wish that I could just give up and relax and not have to battle all the time. But it also makes you feel like maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Maybe everyone else is right. Maybe I am going to regret it when I'm 65. Maybe I will be alone at my deathbed and I would wonder what would it be like, if I had children, things like that, So of course doubts will creep up into your mind and you're like, oh, right, maybe I did the wrong thing. There's a couple of things I would like to say about that because I have dealt with that myself. Absolutely, everyone deals with doubt. Everyone deals with that. I made this decision and I really feel good about it. But someone comes in and they break all of my resolve, and all of a sudden I'm like broken and unsure and doubtful, and I'm like, I don't know anymore. So of course, that does happen. But there's two things I would say about that. The first thing is that if someone is able to make you feel doubtful about your decision, it means that doubt is already within you. They don't make you feel doubtful because they all of a sudden presented a new view of the situation and all of a sudden you're like, wow, you're brilliant. Yes, exactly. You're absolutely right. No, it's just that they're poking holes in the theory that's already in your head that has doubt filled within it already. So you have some theory in your head. You're like, yeah, I want to do it this way. But you're not really sure about it. You're like, maybe, but and so you have doubt already within you. And then when that person brings it up, that doubt is exaggerated. It's increased. And all of a sudden you feel unsure of yourself. So what you need to go back to do is to go back to the idea that you first came up with. If it's the childlessness thing, what you need to do is go back to the idea and say, okay, why did I decide again to do this? These are all the different reasons. Oh, okay, makes sense. And so basically you just have to go back again to why you made the particular decision. What was your thinking behind it? You didn't just randomly get up one day and decide, all right, cool, yeah, you know what, I think I don't want children, or whatever decision you made. You've thought about it. Go back to the decision. Go back to your reasons. Go back to your whys. Go back to your hows. Go back to your, why did I decide to do this? And then come back to that over and over again whenever you feel doubt. Because that's the reason we make these pros and cons lists. That's the reason we make Excel sheets. That's the reason we make all of these lists of why I want to do this and why I don't like that and what I want to do with this. There's a reason, so we can go back to them and reestablish our trust in the decision that we made. It's a constant process of going back and reestablishing our trust in the decision we made, because the world is going to battle at you. The world is going to try and chip away at your decisions, constantly coming at you and saying, no, you're wrong. This is how you're supposed to do it. And then you go back to the decision and say, no, you know what? These are all the reasons I decided to do this. I think I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry, but I am still sure, right? So you constantly have to go back to that. Like, it's just the way it is. Unless you are 100,000% sure, sometimes people will come up to you and say, well, maybe have you thought about this? And you'll be like, whoa, no, I haven't thought about that. What the, oh. And so go back to why you made a decision. Constantly go back to your whys. Go back to why did you decide this? There is a reason for it. You went through a bunch of different reasons. You went through hours and hours of reasoning to get to this point. Why did you decide this? Go back to it, okay? And the second thing I wanted to say about it is that when the world is coming at you, and punching you in the face, it's actually kind of a resolve tester. It's kind of like, I don't want to say the universe is testing you, because I feel like that kind of has a negative connotation to it. Because I don't want to think of the universe as someone who's like, oh, you think you know what you're doing? Let me test you. I don't like that idea. But I really do think of it as sometimes the universe kind of sends us these little lessons, these little nudges, the little pushes, and all of a sudden you're like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm perfectly aligned with what I'm doing, and I'm so strong, and I'm so excited. And the universe is like, really? You're that sure? Okay, let's test it out. For your own sake as well, because when you're tested out, and I've noticed this for myself, is that when I get tested and I come out of it stronger, because I was like, oh really? I really do believe in this. No, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm not gonna let them break me. I'm not gonna let them break my resolve. I'm gonna keep on going. My decision comes out stronger after, I come out stronger after, and my resolve comes out stronger after. And so afterwards, it's like I've kind of built another layer of strength upon me. I've built another layer of concrete upon me that I'm like, even if someone comes at me, I'm that much stronger to deal with it, right? And so I think that's really something that you need to look into, is that, is the universe actually trying to make you stronger? Is the universe actually trying to make your decisions stronger? Is the universe actually trying to make your resolve stronger? Because really, every single time this has happened to me, someone will be like, oh really, you want to spend your time doing this? You want to become a YouTuber? And is there really money in there? And like, what are you doing with your life? And then, sometimes I'll be thinking to myself, really? Yeah, am I going to spend my life doing, I'm 37, is this what I want to do? And then I'll go back to my decision. I'll be like, no, actually, no, I really do want to do this. This makes a huge impact. I really make a difference in people's lives. I like it. I love it. It makes me happy. It makes me laugh. It's fun. And so I come out of it stronger, and my decision is stronger. And when the next time someone comes at me, I won't break as easy, because I'm like, no, really, I've made the decision. I know what it's all about. And so now when someone comes at me and says, oh, really, you're a YouTuber? Ha. I'm like, yeah, I am. And my resolve is so strong because I've been broken many times and I've come out of it stronger. And so now if you try and break me, it's going to take a lot to break me, right? And so I think of those two things as when I'm battling the world. I'm always thinking, all right, why did I make the decision, right? Go back to the decision, the reasons why you made a decision. And I see, the universe is trying to test my resolve. I got it. I got this. I'm going to fight it. I'm going to fight the world, and I'm going to come out of it stronger. And so those are the two things I want you to think about as well. When you feel, I feel doubt. I don't know if I'm actually sure. Is that doubt actually within you? Think about it, honestly. Is that actually the doubt that's actually within you? Is it just bringing out the doubt that's already within you? Or do you actually really believe it and you're just trying to like resolve better? You're trying to get stronger in your decision. You're trying to get more and more concrete around your decision so that no one can break it. Think about it. You know, it's something that you have to do as a self-reflection exercise. I hope this makes sense. Whoever asked this question, it was a good question. It's a hard question to deal with in this world right now, but I hope I was able to answer you. If you have further questions about this, comment below and I shall do another video. Again, thank you so much for being on my channel, and I shall see you the next time around. Bye for now.